Hey guys, Roger here. So, today, like most days, I want to talk to you about Ratatouille. How did these rats not get unalived when going through the dishwasher thing? Like, that thing should be boiling hot, right? It's for sanitary purposes. We should have gotten like crisp rats. Am I just dumb here? Is that supposed to be like something else? I don't think so. Anyway, maybe that's a topic for another video. Because what I really want to discuss today is GUSTEAU'S. It's this fancy, famous, very upscale restaurant that completely rebranded to sell microwave frozen food. That's a big 180. Okay, so let's remember for a bit how does GUSTEAU'S actually look like. As we can see, it's this very dark, fancy place. It's upscale, the whole place feels like money. But in the other hand, their frozen food, oh, no, not that kind of frozen food, that one, yeah, okay. So this has a very different feel to it. So, from a real-world perspective, why would a brand choose to change their look so drastically for certain kind of products? And from a movie-making perspective, why would the art department choose to make something so different when they already probably had the whole vibe of the restaurant going for them? Well, let's remember narratively why this frozen food exists in the first place. GUSTEAU'S had just lost a star, which means they had taken a big hit in the world of fancy restaurants. Then, their founder and celebrity chef passed away, which means they lost another star and another big hit to their reputation. And having a bad reputation means less customers, means less business, means less money. Except if you're Taylor Swift. That one was one profitable bad reputation era. So, what do? Your super famous chef is not cooking for anyone anytime soon, but he's still super famous. And what happens when someone super famous kicks the bucket? Well, everyone wants to buy their stuff. Sure, the food snobs of the world are not that into the restaurant once it's lost 2 stars. But the rest of the world is probably still interested in buying something from them. I mean, I would be interested in trying something, let's say, Gordon Ramsay made, even if the critics were like, nah, he's not that good anymore. I'd still eat it, I mean, he's still a top chef. So it really does make perfect sense to try to cash in through a supermarket product that would be way more available and way more affordable than the single fancy restaurant that exists in the whole world. And for this product line, that truly is the key. The single restaurant is super expensive and the location is super limited to the rest of the world. So you gotta fight those 2 limitations. The single location thing is probably very easily solved because the product is gonna be available in many supermarkets, probably throughout all of France, maybe all of Europe, probably the world even. So then we have the price thing. Well, that's probably solved too, right? I mean, they went through the whole process of developing this food line, this product, and so they hopefully did their market research and they priced it accordingly, right? But then, does the consumer even know this? Because remember, in their minds, GUSTEAU'S still means fancy and expensive. So I decided to make a product of what I think the frozen food line would look like if they decided to stick closer to the style of the restaurant. Here it is. So let's imagine for a moment they went with something like this. And you are an average person who's a casual fan of GUSTEAU'S within the world of Ratatouille. Let's say you're the trigger-happy grandma from the beginning of the movie. So, you already bought GUSTEAU'S cookbook and you already watch a lot of food channels. So, you're likely to be interested in the boxed food line. But then you're walking down the frozen food aisle at the supermarket and you see GUSTEAU'S ready to serve lasagna. But they're right next to the Kirkland lasagna. Not sponsored. But it could be. Costco, call me. And you know, your eyesight's not so great, so you don't notice the little price tags at first. But you do notice what the boxes are screaming at you with how they look. It replicates the dark, elegant, muted colors of the restaurant. It has a thin, modern font with a metallic sheen on it. You can see the mouth-watering lasagna tastefully plated. All these visual elements are reaffirming your belief that GUSTEAU'S food is too upscale and expensive for you. And that's not a good first impression for a brand new product that's trying to drag a business out of bankruptcy. Like, who do they expect to afford this? Rich rats? No, they want the average working class rats to get in on this. And so they go with the movie design, the one that completely throws away the usual high-class look of Chef GUSTEAU'S products. But in exchange, you get a colorful, eye-catching palette. You get a fun, uneven font with letters in different colors. Now this look fits right in with the rest of the food in the supermarket fridges. This packaging feels familiar, like something you could easily afford. But still, this packaging design manages to pull Hannah Montana and gives us the best of both worlds. Why? Because even if the design elements now feel accessible and approachable, it still says in big letters Gusteau, and with that it brings the name recognition of the chef and the desire to try out his food. It doesn't matter if it's in a microwave meal. We get to see the cardboard cutouts and they all lean heavily into using Gusteau's face and image, with his iconic pose with his arms crossed holding two pans. But instead, he's holding the box food while, dressed whimsically in the traditional clothes from the region of each of the dishes. Which kind of feels like it wouldn't completely fly today. And so, that's why a brand would choose to alter themselves so drastically in order to reach a new market. Honestly, I gotta say, it's not a bad plan. Sure, the movie frames this as a big sellout move, but really Chef Skinner was just trying to save the restaurant financially. No, I'm not pulling out a conspiracy theory saying that Chef Skinner was the good guy all along. He still shouldn't have hidden the truth from Linguini, and he actually could have used all the good press that he could create from announcing that he found the long-lost son of Gusteau. So he apparently was good with rebranding moves, but not great in his public relations. So, what do you think? Would you be interested in trying Gusteau's microwave food? If so, which one of these two packagings would you choose? Tell me in the comments below. Before you go, I'll be quick, I promise. I just want to thank you for watching this video. This is my very first YouTube video, so it would really help me if you did all the YouTube things. Like the video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more of this. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned for my next videos, and maybe even ring the bell if you want to be the first in line for them. What I want to do here is share my love for all things graphic design, marketing, and communications, using all our favorite movies, TV shows, music, books as examples and case studies. So if you like how that sounds, make sure to stick around. See you next time.